Welcome to SAP MDG Training, and this is the first day of our demo. So since a few people are joining, we will kickstart in 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, so can I get few details of you, your name and the current skill set and total years of experience and the interested role, like whether you want to be a technical consultant or functional or techno-functional consultant. What would be your expectation from this course? And the comments, so you can say if you want to add any few points you can add, or are you through Shrestha Infotech or through myself, Venkat? So that also I need. So can I start? Can anyone start with your details?
This is Omkar Kamble. Skill sets SAP MDM, and ABAP.
Okay, total experience?
Total years of experience 3.5 years. Techno-functional.
Okay, so you are through me. Next.
Pawan Kumar.
Sorry, Pawan Kumar.
SAP ABAP. 6 years.
Okay.
Techno-functional.
You are through Shrestha. Right? Next.
Sheikh here, SHEIK, Sheikh.
Correct.
And the skill set is CRM and ITSM.
Okay.
Experience 10 years.
And your role?
And currently I'm working as a techno-functional consultant.
So you want to be techno-functional, correct? And I think you are from Sylvester.
Yes.
So anyone else?
Yeah, my name is Santosh.
Yeah, it is correct. Right now it is correct.
My skill set is ERP and Python. 4 years.
When you say ERP, which ERP technology?
Python.
Okay. And the total experience 6, right?
4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Techno-function.
Okay. You are from?
I'm from Mysore.
Shrestha or myself?
Mysore.
Sorry?
I didn't get what is the exact comment on this.
Who contacted you for this?
It's Basawa. I mean, he is a previous batch student of this.
Name?
Basawa.
Okay.
Basawa.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So anyone else?
Lokesh.
Lokesh, right?
No, Lokesh. LOKESH. SAP MDG. 4.5 years. Techno-function.
Okay. And you are myself?
Yeah.
Next.
Kiran.
Okay.
SAP testing.
Okay. Any specific module you are testing or general testing?
It's manual, so CRM, HD.
Basically, the reason for me to take these inputs are to analyze your overall skill sets and guide you in the right path.
6 years. Functional.
Okay. You are through Shrestha, right?
SAFT. Yeah, SAFT.
Next.
Kanimuli.
Okay.
SAP MDM, MM, and ABAP.
Total experience? Sorry?
4.5 years.
And you want to be techno-functional? Okay. Next.
Aditya.
Your skill set?
Same SAP MDM ABAP.
Total experience?
2 years.
Techno-functional. Venkat, right?
Yeah.
Next.
Yes, Dilip sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll break here. Once we come back, we'll change the thing and subsequently we'll proceed back. SAP, yes, as for ECC FICO. Project is being created. Now, what I will
Total experience?
provide by myself 3 years. I can duplicate myself as a number
Okay.
in a project.
And you want to be?
Possible. Yeah.
Functional
Now,
or technical?
Functional. Yeah. So we'll be back
I
by
think you are
10 and we'll
through me, right?
Yeah, through you. Directly. Yeah. Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Vaibhav.
Okay.
MMMDM.
Okay.
3.5.
And your interested role?
Functional.
And you are through Sreshta, right?
Yeah, SIST.
Next. Please make it faster, guys, so that we can start our session quickly. And okay, for skill set.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, please. Whoever are left, Shinmukh, I can't hear you. Maybe you can type in the chat window also if you have any audio issues.
Shiva.
Meanwhile, if you guys can type in chat window in this order, that would be great also. I can take it, copy it later also.
SAP
MDM?
All SAP MDM.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Functional. 5 years. 5 years functional.
भास्कर
Venkat.
एसएपीचं प्रेझेंटेशन आहे तिजरा आहे
Skill set.
भास्कर फ्रेशर
Okay. And you were interested also?
SAP MDG SAP
Functional consultant.
functional sir functional.
Thank you. So next.
ताने.
Hi Venkat, this is Anil.
Anil, okay.
Yeah, SAP above. I have 10 plus years of experience.
Okay.
So actually, I'm looking for SAP MDG techno-functional. Right? So this course is for both,
Yeah,
right?
this course is for both, correct.
Yeah.
And you are from Sreshta, right?
Yeah.
Guys, meanwhile, you can even type in the chat window your name, skill set, years of experience, role, and comments, whether through me or Sreshta. For this, you don't need to type in completely FC, TC, PFC, something like that would be fine, so that we can save our time. So anyone else can get your details here?
ताने.
Sorry?
SANE.
NE, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
SAP FICO consultant.
Your experience?
2 years.
Okay. Interested role?
Functional consultant.
Okay. You are Sreshta, correct?
I have been directly contacted by somebody from
Okay.
your office.
Okay. Means it must be Sreshta, correct?
Yeah.
Balchandra sir, it is me from Sreshta.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you, madam.
Welcome.
So anyone else? With just 2 more minutes left. After that, you can type in the chat window. Okay, I think I got few messages in the chat window also. So if anyone name is not listed here, please enter your details in the chat window. I will collect it later. Okay. So let's get started with our session now. Okay. So in today's demo, what we are going to see is most of you might have watched previous sessions demos and my videos, previous classes demos, etc. So it would be more or less similar, but it would be of a more interactive, like what's your expectations from the course and how this course is going to deal with and how this is going to help you in your career. So all those are we are going to discuss in today's session. So before that, let me give you a brief about myself. So myself, Venkat, I have around 13 plus years of total SAP experience. I worked on diverse areas like ABAP, WebDriver, Adobe Forms, CRM, MDG, all those areas. And I worked as a MDG product developer too for one of the partner solutions. I was involved in the product implementation for SAP MDG. And I have almost 6+ years of SAP MDG techno-functional experience. And I worked almost all the, including the custom data model and standard data model implementation for partner solutions. And currently I am working as a lead consultant in one of the top MNCs. So this is just, I worked on diverse implementation, product implementation, and support upgrade projects. So this is just a brief about me. And let's move on to our demo. Okay. So today we are going to see the introduction. Okay. So the introduction to SAP MDG, why MDG is into picture, and how it will help the business to improve or to enhance their business. Okay, how the business can leverage MDG to accommodate their requirements. Okay, and what are the various things involved in MDG, and what is the how users are going to interact, means what are the various user interfaces, and what are the standard MDG applications available, and how the MDG process flow works. At high level we will see. After that, if time permits, we will see a small intro in the system, live system. And we are going to, after that, we are going to go through with our course curriculum, and then the prerequisites for SAP MDG, and what are the various roles of SAP MDG in the industry, and which one can fit for you based on your skill set, and what else is required for you to enhance your skill into MDG. So all those we are going to see. So here I am taking an example to explain master data. I could see most of you from SAP background. So you might have already aware of what is master data and how it is important in the business. So this is especially for the folks who are very new to master data and who doesn't know anything about master data. I take very layman example, very simple example, which we regularly use in our routine life. So I just take some e-shopping cart, let it be Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal or Myntra or Jabang or whatever it might be. Okay, we regularly, in these days, we regularly purchase many items from online rather than offline stores. So now let's say so-called e-shopping cart, maybe Amazon. Amazon is selling different products. We know that. So I'm taking few products as an example. Let's say mobile phones, laptops, garments, etc. And out of that, I'm choosing a one specific one, mobile phones. And again, in that mobile, we have various brands. So Apple, Huawei, Redmi, Android phones, etc. And in that, I am taking a specific example of Apple. So Apple has again various variants, 12, 12 mini, 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max. Okay, and recently we got 13 variant also. So now in this, I am taking an example of 12 Pro Max. Again, 12 Pro Max has again different variants: silver color, blue color, graphite, and gold color. Okay, let's take a specific color, which is one of my favorite colors, blue. And here I am taking an example of 256. Let's say it is of 1 lakh Indian rupees. It's not exactly the same price, but I'll just take this as an example. The actual price, the selling price, retail price is 1 lakh INR. It's actually 1.5 lakhs. I just made it round figure. So now, if you see the revenue of Amazon out of this particular device, okay, let's say they made 1,000 customers. Now, if 1,000 customers are made this purchase, how much it should be? It would be almost around 10 crore INR. And out of these 10 crore INRs, let's say they are taking 20% margin. If they take 20% margin, how much it would be? 2 crores. Okay, this is the margin they get if everything goes well. It can be through some third-party seller or directly through Amazon warehouse or anything, whatever it might be. 2 crores finally the margin would be. Now let's take a scenario. There has been a data error while updating these details into the Amazon. So rather than 1 lakh INR, it has been updated incorrectly as 60,000 INR. So what is the difference you could see here? 40K. Now, for the same business case, I got 1,000 customers again. And this time, I made a revenue of 6 crore INR. But usually, what is the Amazon percentage of profit? 20%. But here, do they get any profit? Definitely not. And they went into a revenue loss of 4 crores. Forget about the margin. They even got the actual price also. Okay, they went into a loss of 4 crores. This is because of the data error at the pricing level. Now, let's take another scenario. This time, the data error is not at the pricing. Maybe the data error is at the color or the variant. Okay, rather than blue color, they have updated it as graphite. So when I am ordering a mobile on Amazon, I definitely look for all these properties. Okay, so when I say it is updated as graphite, so in the portal it is showing as graphite, but in reality what it is? Blue. In the warehouse it is blue, but the portal it is updated as graphite. Okay, some XYZ person likes graphite. He or she ordered graphite mobile. It's delivered, and when this person opens and see that mobile, it is not the graphite, it is the blue. Then in worst case, what he can do? Either he can keep it as is if he likes that, or if he or she doesn't like that, they will return. And Amazon will come up with the replacement since it is electronic devices, mostly having the replacement, not the returns. And they get the return reason and they replace that with the actual graphite color. So what is the loss here to Amazon? Do they have any loss in terms of revenue? Definitely not. Only the loss will be the freight charges, nothing much. And they have to make, they have to get the box again sealed from Apple. Those two might be the loss, that would be negligible. So here in both the cases, we got the data errors, but where the error is actually, the field, the property which went into error defines the revenue of the business, whether it went into a profit or it went into a loss. This is also a data. This is also a data. This is also a data. But where the data error occurs, that defines the revenue revenue shape of the business. So that's the important of the data. This also important, this also important, this also important. I'm not saying this color is not important. Let's say you are purchasing some mobile. They didn't mention which color it is. Do you really show interest to purchase them? If you ask me, I definitely not. Without knowing what color it is, I can't take the risk. I can't pay this much huge amount to buy this mobile. I'll just ignore and go for other side. So that means this data also important, very, very important. But when the data error occurs, the factor, the property of the data decides what is the shape of the business. So now, so now here, let me erase all these things. Here, what types of data we are having here? So here we have having this mobile data. First thing is mobile details. To make these transactions happen, what are the various data are required that I am collecting? Second thing. So when I say mobile details, all these details come into picture. Next, when customer is making some purchase, okay, we need to have the customer details too. Customer details. No. When customer made some purchase, okay, then what will be generated? Internally, some purchase order will be generated. Next, when customer made purchase from source or seller, mostly Amazon is having the sellers. Okay, so seller details also required. When you are purchasing something, you could see seller name there. Who is selling this particular product to you? Okay, and the customer is raised the PO, then seller will raise sales order. Then the invoice will be generated. Once you make the payment and you choose the delivery address, everything, if everything goes well, you will get some invoice. Now, shipping. When the invoice is generated successfully, you will get the shipping. Okay, once the shipping is done, then delivery. We say it as goods delivery. Now, goods receipt. Final confirmation. So in this single transaction, I might have missed one or two. So in this single transaction, these many internal transactions, internal tasks, you can say also, are involved. So here, for everything, we need to get some details. Okay, without having the basic details, we cannot do. Purchase order. To whom you are selling this one, and who is purchasing this one, and what is the name of the customer, what are the details of the customer, what are the delivery address and shipping address of the customer. Everything will be available in this purchase order and sales order. Who will be selling and at which price they are selling, what is the GST, and if there are any other taxes, and all those details will be here. Invoice, the detailed invoice will be there. How many pieces you are selling and what product you are selling and what is the tax and state tax or the central tax, whatever is there, everything will be available here, like that. So in delivery, whom you are delivering, that customer delivery address and delivery time and shipping time, etc. Everything will be here. Like that, each and every transaction is having their its own details. Now, which one is our focus here? We know this is the core. Let's assume that this is not there. So if this mobile is not registered, can we imagine of this transaction? Definitely not. So this is important. And one more thing. Are we keep going to change this data every day? Definitely not. We maintain only once. If at all we feel that something is incorrect or some field value is missing, then we'll update it. That's it. But regularly we don't change this. But if we take some purchase order data, is the purchase orders going to change every day? Yes. Based on the transactions, purchase orders are going to regenerate for each transaction. But for 1,000 transactions also, this data will be same. We don't maintain 1,000 times. And customer details also same. Only once we maintain the customer data. We don't maintain 1,000 times for 1,000 customers. Let's say if the single customer is purchasing. If multiple customers, yeah, if that customer is making purchasing some 10 different products, for 10 different products, we don't maintain 10 times the customer details. Similarly, seller details also. And here, in this particular use case, if you see, there is some fixed data and there is some frequently changed data. I can't say it's always fixed, but very rarely changed. That might be a correct term. So that we call it as master data. The name itself as master data. We maintain only once. This is a standard definition, and we rarely change the data. Frequently changed data, the transactional data. Whatever the regular transactions are there, those are keep going to change. So here, what is having the huge impact? Master data. If small error occurs in the master data, even though that is not frequently changed, then the business will get loss. So that is the power of master data. So now we are going to see what is the use of master data and how to overcome various challenges of master data in the industry, and how SAP MDG leverages to overcome the challenges of master data. So before that, the folks who are new to SAP, in SAP we usually have 4 types of data: basis data, organizational data, master data, transactional data. When it comes to the basis data, that is considered as the system relevant details. Like when we are having the system, we need to maintain the memory and we need to create the system clients and users roles, user roles, etc., etc. We need to maintain. Like if you take your mobile, you will be having the system details. Or if you take your laptop, maybe best example, you have installed the OS. So usually all the system files will be stored into the C drive. So without those system files, can you imagine of using a laptop? Definitely no. We first need that OS files, system files, to be available in our device to use it in the regular time. So likewise, here in SAP also a software. So whenever we want to implement SAP for any customer, and I say implement SAP, any module you can take. So first we need to make the system ready, means server. So to get the server ready, we need to install the relevant SAP software version and make all the users created and all the relevant basic configurations, everything is done. Then the server is ready, system is ready for use. Then we go with the below things. So this is the primer. So in reality, in the projects, there are two teams, basis team and security team. So both of them will be doing these kind of activities. Now organizational data. So organizational data comes with various types of data maintenance. Usually that can be done by the functional consultant in the projects. So they configure all these things, org units, divisions, positions, etc. Okay. And some any configurations, like if you say, let's say if you are creating a material, I want to create that material for so and so plant. So that plant has to exist in the system. Okay, plant is configuration. So who will configure that plant? Definitely the functional folks. And I am creating a business partner. So I want to create a business partner for so and so grouping, or I want to create a customer supplier, or I want to create some GL account, etc., etc. So for all those things, some prerequisite reference data should be there. So all those things will be configured by the functional folks as part of organizational data and master data. Just now we had discussed master data and transactional data. We had various types of master data and transactional data in SAP. So these are the few examples. So this is just at a high level what types of data we have in SAP. And MDG deals with only the master data. It doesn't mean that in MDG system we won't have this data or this data or this data. It doesn't mean that. We might have all the other data also, but definitely this is required, this is required. Whatever the module you take, these are mandatory. And transactional data, sometimes it will have, sometimes it might not have. We will discuss in detail those scenarios, all those scenarios in the regular classes. Okay, so now what are the various challenges of master data we could see in the current industry? Okay, it doesn't mean that all the businesses are facing the same challenges. Few might be, few might not be. So in a generic way, SAP has specified few master data challenges. So these challenges are extracted from SAP's press book. So they have collected from business, and on an average, they have listed few things. Okay, the first challenge would be with most of the businesses, inconsistent and inaccurate data across geographies and systems. So when this comes into picture, so let's say if we take a particular business like this, they spread their business across the globe into multiple. Okay, they have the few ERP systems, legacy systems, and manufacturing wings and sourcing, sales, etc., etc. Okay, so they might be using SAP or might not be using SAP. So here we are not talking about any SAP software, ERP software. The regular master data challenges. It can be SAP or non-SAP, whatever it might be. So what might be the possible challenges that we can foresee in any industry? But few might be already overcoming that one. Okay, and duplicate data. Let's say I have a seller, some XYZ corporation. Okay, so this seller is a global seller. This seller is supplying some spare parts to this business, and the seller is supplying the spare parts to this particular region, and this region and this region. Now, just take this scenario. If the seller is supplying the spare parts to these three regions, definitely the seller details to be available here, here, and here. So when the common seller is there, there are two possibilities. One, they might be having some integration to share with the seller details, or they might be having the separate database to update the seller details. Okay, if they have some common thing, yeah, that's fine. And if they don't have the common database and they are having their own databases due to some privacy or anything, etc., then there will be some duplicate of data, and we can't assure of the consistency of these seller details across all the systems. But the seller is same, seller addresses, seller bank details, etc., everything will be same. But there might be a possibility to have the inconsistency of the seller data when this kind of business case occurs. So that is one of the business challenges. And incorrect data, yes, definitely in case of this kind of situations, we can come up with some incorrect details maintained somewhere, and few details might be missed also. Okay, usually when you are filling any form also, what you do, you first look at the user, just common mindset for anyone. We just look into the mandatory details first. So we just fill those details, and rest we will think of whether to fill or not based on our time and interest, etc. Same thing, maybe if the businesses also might be filling the mandatory details to proceed with the transactions, POs, sales orders, etc., and they might ignore. There is a possibility they might ignore the other details, so that we consider as incomplete data. So these kind of sort of challenges might occur. And insufficient analytics. So when these sort of challenges are there, it leads into insufficient analytics, unreliable data. So usually if you take any business, how they analyze their business progress, definitely they have to have some analytical reports, quarterly or monthly or weekly or yearly, whatever the sort of interest they have. So they get all the reports, and they assess the transactions, sales, and what is the profit, what is the loss, etc. So when there is some data issues, so definitely the reports will not be accurate. Reports will be definitely some incorrect ones. So that also one of the challenges. So that business cannot correctly assess their status. And to overcome that one, yeah, definitely we need to have something. And as soon as the master data increases, let's say this kind of scenarios, each one has their own master data for the same sellers or customers, etc. Definitely the storage is going to increase, and infrastructure cost. Same, we are maintaining multiple places, definitely we need some resources. And data cleansing. When it comes to the when they identify some data issues, they have to cleanse the data. So if the central database is there, some sort of central database is there, only once we can cleanse the data. If not, here they have to cleanse here. Everywhere they have to cleanse their data. That also involves some additional cost. Okay, that is also one of the challenges. Now, who will be impacted by these challenges? Definitely, to make it a generic statement, whoever are sitting at the higher positions, they will get impacted, because end of the day, these are the people answerable for all those losses, whatever the business is getting. Even though the profits are, to be honest, if profits are coming, they will take the credit. If losses are coming, they have to take the risk. That is known fact. Few may agree, few may not agree, but that is the fact. Few good organizations, they will give some bonuses to their employees when they see good profits. That is highly appreciated. But few don't do that sort of things. Okay. So now, one second. Why this is coming? One second. Okay. So now, how we can overcome that one? Okay. So to overcome that one, we have some concept called data governance. Still, we are not entered into SAP MDG. So I will take all the questions of you at the end, guys. Just give me, let me complete this one. Okay. So we got some concept called data governance. So governance, nothing but governing. So we know what is the government does. Okay. Government does so many things, but we will take one of that. Rules or laws. So let's say government is imposing some rule on the people in case of COVID protection. So if anyone is not wearing mask, let's say some 2K fine. If anyone is not vaccinated and roaming in the public, then 1K fine. Okay, if anyone is not maintaining social distancing, let's say they are charging around 3K fine. Let's take this as an example. Okay, now why these fines? What is the motto? Motto is to reduce the number of positive cases. That is the final motto. So these kind of rules coming to picture from some motto, not just for time pass. If they don't impose these kind of rules, do you think that someone will follow? Of course, after these rules also people may not follow. That is secondary. So without these rules, can you see someone will follow these rules strictly? Definitely not. If we have fine, then only. If you are not wearing helmet, then government is charging around 1,000 fine or 2,000 fine. If they don't have that one, hardly you could see 5 to 10% people wear the helmet. Or maybe recent times I could see few people that has the increase, maybe 20 to 25% we can say. And signal jumpings and zebra crossings, etc., wrong route, all those things. If these are no fines, then people will not follow those traffic rules. Similarly here also. So we have to have some stricter rules and so to achieve something. Without that, it is hard to achieve that one. Similarly, when we had to overcome the data challenges, master data challenges, we need to impose some rules. Okay, we need to impose some rules on master data. Then only we can achieve the consistent, reliable, and accurate master data, complete master data. So that is called as data governance. To make it more simple. So when we apply that rules on data, that is called as data governance. When we apply those rules on master data, that is called as master data governance. Simply, what is master data governance? We are governing master data. From this name itself, we can say. But what do we mean by governing master data? We are imposing some rules, governance rules, on master data to get the consistent, reliable, complete, and accurate master data, which will help the business to improve. So that is how the master data governance, it's just a concept. Data governance is a concept. So SAP implied that data governance principle on master data, and so that they have introduced a module called MDG to achieve those things. And that's where the SAP MDG came into picture. Now we will see few more things. What are the data governance essentials? Okay, why it is? What happens if there is no data governance? We had seen one example already. If data governance is not there, definitely we can't overcome the data challenges. And why it is important to business? We already discussed. I am just listing down point by point. Okay. And where in an organization data governance programs are located. This is important. This is something new we haven't discussed. So when we say rules, how those rules will be implemented? Is it something like magic or something we can do on fly? Definitely not. We need to implement some applications in system. Then only those applications will be running on the master data and we can achieve the proper data governance things. So where that programs has to be located, that is important. Let's say I have a business, maybe let's take Shrestha Infotech. So they have spread their business into different regions, Mumbai, Bangalore, USA, and UK, and Singapore, and Malaysia. Okay, they might be into the manufacturing and the sourcing and retailing, etc. Now they have their business into all these regions. Now, first, the business need to identify where they are facing too much challenges about on the master data. That is important. So let's say they are facing some challenges in the master data at this region especially. So in Malaysia also they might be having different plans. That is different. So now this is a place where they have to apply the governance. So they will implement the data governance programs here. And if they are facing challenges in 3 regions, then they can use these 3 regions and they can apply the data governance programs. Likewise, business has to identify the place where they have to implement the data governance rules, programs. Accordingly, they can implement the particular business rules on that, and so that the data will be made consistent, etc. Now, when they need, yeah, we had answered that already. And why do we need that? Yes, we know that already with our prior discussions. So these are few essentials that we need to take a note before implementing the data governance on any master data. Now, we'll take some small overview of SAP MDG. So we know what is the, we already discussed why SAP MDG came into picture and what is the use of MDG. But we will see few of other capabilities of MDG. Okay, there are few strong capabilities and features of implementing SAP MDG to the business. We will see that. Governance. So governance, it comes with the different things. It's not only the business rules. It also has strong integration and strong process flows. These terms may be new for you. Don't worry, going forward, we will see all these things. And strong data load mechanisms and strong usabilities, etc., etc. And consistent data, we definitely get after implementing the governance. After implementing MDG for the business, we get the data consistent. And integration. So this is one of the feature I mentioned already. So SAP MDG can integrate with both SAP and non-SAP systems. You take any SAP, any non-SAP system, you can integrate MDG. So the best example for that is, let's say we are implementing MDG for Reliance. Just an example. So Reliance has, different types of businesses, and in the different locations, they have their business. So in some business, some plants or units, they are using SAP software, or some they are using non-SAP. I'm taking for oil and gas, one sort of business. So now they want to implement MDG to get the uniformed data, consistent data across all the systems. So now here the question is, they want to implement MDG, which should have some common database for all, and they want to reduce the maintenance cost, storage cost, etc., etc. So what they can do? These two are SAP, these two are non-SAP. Can they use MDG for this for their business? Definitely yes. MDG can integrate with both SAP and non-SAP with this central governance feature. A central governance means whatever the systems that are integrated with SAP MDG, we can govern the master data of all these 4 systems from MDG. We no need to have any separate governance rules or anything maintained in these systems. We can have MDG with the central governance. There we can govern the master data of all these systems. That is one of the strongest feature of SAP, central governance. And reusability. This is also one of the key features. So when we say reusability, so SAP MDG got some standard applications. Shortly we are going to see them. But customer wants to implement one custom solution. Let's say they want to govern the data of employees. Now, they need to build the custom application from the start. So for that, SAP made that simple to the customers by implementing one feature called reusability. They have given some predefined templates with which we can customers work will made it simple. Let's say you are preparing one resume. Okay, you want to prepare a resume. In earlier days, what we do, we take some reference resume from our friends and we just copy that and change the details. And if that is not accepted by us, so we just do from the scratch. Now, if you take in the latest versions, say MS Word is coming up with some resume templates. You can just take the template, and there are plenty lot of templates. You can just whatever you wish. There you just replace your details. That's it. Your resume will be ready. Similarly, SAP also has so many things. MDG also has so many things, not only these templates, some standard programs, etc., etc. Those can be reused to achieve the business requirements that will simplify our work. We can save a lot of time, and cost. Business can save a lot of implementation cost also. Because to do something from the scratch, let's say it is taking 20 business days. To do something with the reference of some standard thing, that may take maybe 10 days. So the business can save 10 business days efforts. Maybe it comes around something, maybe per day, $100, $1,000 can be saved by the business. So that kind of uses business can force. And data quality, of course, we all are using MDG for improving the data quality. Definitely that will be improved. And the flexibility. So the MDG is more flexible enough to accommodate to many types of solutions. Okay, MDG workflows. MDG has some workflows. Those workflows are flexible enough to accommodate to business needs. Okay, so those we are going to slowly see what are the MDG workflows and how that can be flexible and how we can leverage to customer needs, how that is very simple to implement, etc. etc. So now I'll just skip this central governance use cases. So it is a bit advanced one. So we'll go with the MDG user interfaces. So definitely for any business, if we need to perform some activity, we need some UI. So in MDG also we have some UIs which the business end users will be interacting with to perform different activities. So what kind of UIs we have? This is a floor plan manager NWBC view, NetWeaver business clients. Here if you see, we have material governance, business partner governance, customer, supplier, finance, etc. etc. There you could see different activities. Search for existing material, create, change, delete, process multiple things, etc. etc. So these are various business activities, business processes, and these are various business solutions. And this is a floor plan manager view. When you take a particular business activity, business process, let's say create material, it will take into a separate screen, like your MM01, MM02, okay, like that. Okay, and we got some Fiori apps also, but those are not completely Fiori, not complete Fiori apps. So we can say when we say Fiori not complete means many of them are the lean apps. So when we say lean apps, the complete details will not be available there, but still SAP is working on those things. So in the future versions, they are going to come up with the end-to-end Fiori applications. But as of now, we have two kind of Fiori apps. One is native Fiori apps, which is completely implemented in the Fiori. Word data using word data services and XML, etc., UFO, etc. And second thing we have in MDG, NWBC integrated Fiori apps. Means we have this NWBC floor plan manager view. Definitely this is a web application. It is having some URL. So this URL will be integrated or integrated into Fiori catalog by the basis team. So that app looks like a Fiori theme, but in the backend it's not. Just like let's say I am using Android mobile. I have a feel like I want to get some iOS kind of look and feel on my Android mobile. So what I can do, I can just install some themes, iOS themes, so that my mobile layout will change into the actual iOS look and feel. Okay, so but the functionality, the backend functionality is still Android, but the presentation to the end user is like Fiori, like iOS. Similarly here also, backend it is FPM only, floor plan manager, but the presentation to the end user is like the Fiori. So those are the complete applications which are ready for business. So most of the businesses are okay with that. As per my experience, they don't have any issues so far. Those are the different views. And coming to the out of the box MDG applications. So this is one important thing you need to know. So SAP has delivered the solutions, master data governance solutions for different master data, customer, supplier. In S4, they integrated that with the BP. Material, finance. I'm not telling these two at the moment. So these are the SAP delivered solutions for MDG. Material, customer and supplier together combined into BP, and finance. These three solutions are delivered by SAP. These are the various data that can be managed. Whatever you can do mostly in the backend ERP, that can be done with some more improvement. Okay, and there is something called partner solutions. If you see, these two are the partner solutions: enterprise asset management, retail fashion management. What do we mean by partner solutions? Is SAP has delivered the MDG solutions till this, and later SAP stopped implementing standard solutions, and there is a company called Utopia, and we have one more company, SNV. These two are the SAP's MDG partner solutions, means they implement the product, MDG product. Utopia has implemented this one, EAM and RFM, and they send it for the quality review for SAP. So SAP do the quality check, everything. Once they give the certification, once they approve that one, then this product will be sell to the customers by Utopia and SAP together. And whatever the support is coming, that will be done by Utopia. So if you raise any OSS ticket, so usually that is being sent to the SAP, and SAP will one of SAP's team members will connect with you to understand the issue and troubleshoot that one. So for these partner solutions, you can raise the ticket, but that will be sent to SAP, and that will be redirected to Utopia because it is the partner solutions. So they will be interacting with you to fix that issue or bug anything. So those are the partner solutions. These two are available by the partners. And if you want to implement any other master data solutions apart from these, so you are free to implement that one for your business. For that, we had discussed one of the features, reuse. So using that reusability feature, it made easy for us to implement a custom solution. So definitely not that complete like the standard solutions we implement. If it is a custom solution, definitely there will be some limitations, like we may not business may not spend that much enormous amount of time that these SAP and Utopia SNV are spent on these products. They spent years on this, but definitely no business would like to spend that many years. They come up with some limited features. Okay, so they will implement the custom. That is one of the things. Okay. So these are the MDG solutions by SAP and partners. So that's all for today's demo. If you guys have any questions on these topics, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will move on to the course content and further details. Then we can I can take the questions relevant to the course. So far, I am expecting the questions only relevant to the content, the actual MDG, these topics. Okay, so now let me move on to the course details. So this is the course agenda. First, we'll start with the introduction to SAP MDG. So few things we have already discussed. So we'll see all the foundation theory for SAP MDG. Okay, I'm not going each one, each item by item, because that may not be that familiar to you. I don't think that is of any use. So that's why I just explained high level in this unit what we are going to see. Why in this unit we are going to discuss why the MDG into picture, and what is the architecture, and how we can install SAP MDG, and what are the various solutions available, and what is the MDG governance process flow, and what it is, how it is going to help the business. All those things we are going to see, and we have different business processes. We will see all the business processes, how they work in fact. And the second unit of baseline configurations. Okay, if you have given a new MDG system in your project, so what are the basic things, basic setup you need to do in MDG? Let's say you have purchased a new laptop, so you need to do some basic setup. If you take a new mobile, You need to do some basic setup. After that only you can start using your laptop or mobile. Similarly, you got some SAP MDG installed server system. Okay. There, in order to implement MDG, what are the baseline things you need to do? Some configurations has to be done. So in real time, what you are going to do? So all the configurations we may not be able to see because we don't get any fresh system. But few things we can see in live. But few things I will share the whatever the information that is required for you to work in the real time. Okay. Now, data modeling. So if you take any master data, you need some structure for that master data. If you take material data, it has so many master data tables: Mara table, Marcy table, Mardi table. Like if you take business partner, we have BUT 000. And if you take any vendor, LFA1, LFBK, customer KNA1, KNB1, something like that. So similarly in MDG also, we need to define the structures of the master data. So that is dealing with the data modeling. We model the master data. And there is something called service mapping tool. So as I said, we have some integration features of MDG. When we take different systems will be having different formats of data. Structures will be different. So how we can map those different structures of data? Okay, there we can use this a tool called service mapping tool. And data quality and check. So what are the various rules, various ways to improve the quality of master data? How we can perform the checks on master data, how we can implement the business rules on master data. Those will be discussed in the data quality and check. And UI modeling. So I had shown you few user interfaces. So sometimes we need to create our custom user interface, and sometimes we need to enhance the standard user interface as per customer needs. So both we are going to see here. And process modeling. One of the heart of key features of the MDG, process modeling. So we need to define some approval process flow in MDG in order to get the consistent master data, etc. So how we are going to define various approval flows in SAP MDG, that we will see here. Data replication framework. So when we have the data integration across multiple systems, finally, those are the transactional systems where the regular transactions happens. So in case if we need to replicate our master data from central governance to the individual business system, how we can replicate. And data import framework. When we have the source data in the files and when we are doing the central governance from the source systems, we need to load the data into our MDG. What are the various ways for that? That is one of the ways is data import framework. And finally, enriching. So whatever the standard functionality is there, definitely we might need to enhance that as per our customer requirements. And finally, we are going to see this one. So these are the high-level topics that we are going to see, all the units that we are going to see in our course. So on top of this, I mentioned a few things. So we got recently MDC, Master Data Consolidation, that is altogether separate module. But I could see a few customers are using them. I will give you an overview of that one, how that works and what is the use of that one. So that also will be part of our course. Just a high level overview, might be 2 hours or something. And what you can expect from our training. So you will definitely get some real-time oriented training with the real-time business cases, etc. We'll be getting some real-time scenarios and giving you the assignments. And each topic will be explained in detail. And once the topic is completed, you will get the assignments. So it's your responsibility mainly to complete the assignments on time, because I can't force like in the school. So I will be giving you the assignments and I will be reminding you on that. Once the assignment due date is completed, then I will be walking you through with your work, like whether you have done correctly or what is the mistakes you have done, etc. And study materials, yes, a few study materials are prepared by me and few are by SAPs. So I'll be sharing both the materials and you will be given some interview questions. Of course, I won't suggest anyone to completely rely on the interview questions. But those are mainly to assess for your self-assessment, like how the questions will be framed, just for that sort of assessment. But I would strongly recommend, please focus on the topic and the content rather than the interview question. If you are confident on your knowledge, then however the question will be asked by the different interviewers, you would be in a position to answer them. Okay, that is the main motto of giving the interview questions. And mock interviews and resume preparation, yes. So once around 80% of the course is completed, we'll be conducting the mock interviews uh, based on your interest again. So I'll be giving you the slots when the mock interviews can be conducted. So you can nominate yourself for which slot you would be available. And I will be assisting you in preparing the resume. We'll be giving some sample resumes also. And Google Classroom. So for as a learning platform, we are using the Google Classroom. So where you can, it's a single point of single stop for you to access all the course content, everything. I will show you in a while. And you will be getting S4HANA 1909 server access for 2 months. Okay. So those are a few of the highlights from the training you could see, and the total course duration will be 2.5 months. And the learning model that we are using, so Google Classroom, as I said, you will get all the course content, class recordings. Those will be available for 1 year. All these will be available for 1 year, but only the recorded sessions you cannot download, but you can access for 1 year. And Google quiz forms. So once a few topics are completed, I will be conducting some online quiz. Cannot say online completely, offline. I'll be giving you a form to update, so you can log in and update your answers there, so that it will be kind of self-assessment for you. And Q&A sheets. So we'll be having some central Google sheet where whenever you get any doubt, you can update there. Like if you see in your projects, so when you are having some tasks and updates, your manager or whomsoever it may be, so they will be updating some sheet in the Teams folder. So there you can go and update your status there. Everyone can update there so that he can track and do the things. Similarly, here also you'll be having the Google Sheets where you could update your doubts, anything. So I'll be addressing that regularly. And Google survey forms, yes, for which whomever, it is very important to get the continuous feedbacks, because everyone will be everyone cannot be perfect, so definitely there will be some minuses, so we need to overcome that one. It may be me or you or anyone, so I will get the continuous feedback from you guys, so that it will help me to improve and provide a more quality training and quality content. Sometimes I might be not explaining some topics, so you might feel that, and you might need some more a detailed explanation with more examples, something like sort of thing. Okay, so that kind of feedback, whatever you wish to, you can provide that. Survey form will be available all the time till the course ending. And cloud meetings, so for regular meetings, so you now also join using Zoom only. So throughout the course, we are using the Zoom. So I feel this is more flexible for me. And how the Google Classroom will look like. So you will get one notification onto your email. For one student, one email will be given access to the Google Classroom. You will get notification like this. So you just need to click on join. You will be joining this classroom. And you'll be taken to this particular page. This is the Google Classroom homepage. And you will see all the content. So you could say all. This is the initial status. So that's why you don't see any documents. So you could see all these things in the Google Classroom. Everything you can access from here. Assignments, class notes, course content, daily agenda, programs, Q&A sessions, quizzes, recorded sessions, resumes, specification documents also will be there. So all you can get from there. So you do have the mobile app also. This is for Android and this is for iOS. So from mobile also you can access the Google Classroom. Only thing is you just need one Gmail account. That's it. So any questions from anyone? Now 1 second, let me take a prerequisites. So for technical consultants, these are the prerequisites: core ABAP, Whoops ABAP, enhancements and ad-hocs. Don't need to have WebDember or FEM. I will be covering that in our session, our course only. You just need to have some basic understanding or some experience on these areas. So if you feel any of these are missing while attending the MDG course, you can parallelly spend some time weekly around 4 to 5 hours to enhance your skills on this. That won't be an issue. Same for functional also. So for functional consultant, you need to have either of these domains experience or knowledge. That is must. By the end of the course, when you want to apply for the job, you need to have these prerequisites. Either of these will be fine. If you have skill set, you can climb as MDG material functional consultant. And if you have FICO skill set, you can climb as MDG finance functional consultant. If you have PM, plant maintenance functional consultant. Of course, for techno function, in combination with these four, either of this, that is required. So the previous folks from different backgrounds for these categories. Okay, we have diverse audience. We had the freshers and functional consultants, ABAPers, and few managers, non-SAP consultants. End users was there, business analysts, data migration people, MDM consultants. All these diverse categories of people were there, and all those were placed successfully. Most of them, I cannot say all. Most of them, based on their efforts, they got placed. Okay, got a question from Karishma. Can I get recording of this session? I have joined late and missed most of the things. Yes, I will be sharing that. And the total duration, 2.5 months, and the tentative start date will be 3rd January. It might start before that also because the current batch is, there is a current ongoing batch. I usually take only one batch at a time. So it takes 2 to 3 weeks for that batch. So if it is completed early, so we'll be starting our batch in the early third week or 4th week of December itself. So that can be possible, but I just maintain the tentative date. And the sessions would be daily Monday to Friday on weekdays only, morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. Total duration 2.5 months. And this we have already discussed. So now, so if someone is joined and don't fill these details, you can type in the chat window. Just mention your name, skill set, total experience, and interest role, functional or technical or techno-functional. Functional means mention FC, technical consultant TC, techno-functional TFC. And whether you are to Sreshta Infotech or myself direct. Sreshta means you mention Sreshta or anything, whatever you use. If it is myself, just mention my name. Just type in the chat window. I will correct that later. Now, can I get the questions from all of you? So if you have any questions or anything to be clarified.
Yes,
Yes,
sorry, continue.
Yeah, are you going to cover this NWBC menu role as well, right?
Yes, correct. We'll create the custom roles and we'll see how to modify the existing roles also.
So as part of this training, it will cover both technical and functional aspects of MDG, right?
Yes, of MDG we can cover, but not the prerequisites.
Okay.
It is designed for the techno-functional folks. So whenever the technical topics are coming, the functional consultant can just focus to understand what's happening really in the backend, so that it is easy for them to interact with the business and the developers. Yeah, other questions? Any other questions? Feel free to ask any sort of questions. So if you hesitate to ask, please, you can directly message to me also, chat window. So we got a few questions. So please share this PPT. Yes, I will share the PPT also. And after learning MDG, what we can expect from market? I mean, how much package we can get? Yeah, package I cannot say any particular figure. To be honest, it is purely dependent on your current package and total years of experience. But I can definitely say you can expect a beautiful package. And on average, your experience into 3 times. Let's say you are experienced of around 10 years. So you can minimum expect 25 to 30 lakhs of package. Okay, that is depends on how you get a skill on this and how you made the practice and how you get the knowledge and how you are negotiating. But that is the industry expectations. So currently the MDG is very hot in the market. Companies are not getting the proper resources. Okay, so to be honestly speaking, many of the even top MNCs also recruiting the part-time people, freelancing people, and few folks are working on parallel jobs also. Of course, that is depend on the person. I am not blaming anyone. It depends on how they are managing the time, etc. But that sort of demand we have in MDG. I know people who are doing 2 to 3 jobs parallelly. Okay. Well, for one company, they are regular and official, but for 2 of the other companies, they are doing some part-time, like daily 3 to 4 hours. Some companies weekend 10 to 15 hours, something that like, and still they are earning around 1 lakh extra per month. Can be taxable or non-taxable. That is how you negotiate. But that sort of demand we have in the market. Okay. So how are the opportunities for functional consultants? Yes, the opportunities are good, but I cannot say you will be having that many lot of opportunities like technical consultant, but still there is a shortage of even MDG functional consultants in the market. Okay, that is for sure. You know, in any project, the developer count will be always the more than the functional consultant. Same applies for here also. And on-site opportunity, yes, there will be definitely on-site opportunities once the borders are open and the COVID restrictions are removed. Okay. And can we get server access beyond 2 months? So if you want to get the server access beyond 2 months, means as soon as the course is running, it can be 2.5 months or 2 months, you will be having the free server access. Once the course is completed, from the next day onwards, you need to pay from your pockets for the server access, because the MDG server is pretty expensive. Do you provide job assistance? I cannot provide job assistance, but I can give you the support. I can assist you to get the job, but I cannot give you the assurance. That purely depends on your skill and your knowledge, how hardly you are practicing and how hardly you are learning. How we can relate with this with the S4HANA? So you don't need to have any specific S4HANA skills to learn MDG. Can we download the reference document shared? Except the videos, you can download everything. Only videos are on. Course fees, yes, you can talk to your respective sources. If it is me, you can talk to me directly later. Or if you are through Shrestha, you can talk to Shrestha. MDG relevance for C4. I don't understand this question. Can you talk or elaborate? Okay, I think I have answered all the questions and doubts. So if there is nothing, we can wind up the session for today. So yeah, got one more question. So I have joined late. I missed your intro. Yeah, Karishma, the recording video will be shared, so you can get the details. So I'm not available in India
Venkat,
morning. Yeah.
if we miss the classes, how we get back these classes? If in case
So you can get the
any
session.
session we have missed it, so what?
Yeah, you will get the recordings. Okay.
Okay.
So all the recordings will be updated. Let's say today we had a class. By today afternoon around 2 to 3 p.m. you will be the recording will be updated into the Google Classroom. You can access.
Yeah, hi Venkat, Kiran here. So basically, I mean, for the functional consultants, you have, I mean, in the prereq, you have shown different modules, right? Like MMPP, HD. So are functional consultants expected to learn all the modules, or there are?
No, not required. You can choose any of your interest.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions, guys?
Just one last question. So regarding the C4, C4 HANA, which I asked. So basically, it's basically for the CRM data. Like, I mean, is there anything difference, or it works the same way like for the S4?
Yeah, that is an independent system, so that we can integrate with MDG.
Okay.
That works as usual. Only thing is, rather than maintaining the master data over there, we will be maintaining the master data in MDG.
So the integrations concept, whatever you are going to take us, will be the same for irrespective of any module it is, right?
Yeah, it would be generic.
It will be generic. Okay, thanks.
But only the middleware what we are going to use, that might change, but that won't be that sort of challenges.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so that's all for today. I hope everyone has given your details either in chat window or here. If not, please provide your details so that it would help us to analyze your skill set and assess you, and we can properly guide you in your career path. Without these details, it is hard for us to guide you in the right career path. Okay, so that is very important. So you can type in the chat window, or you can give me the details. I can directly enter over here, whatever you feel comfortable. But this is preferable if you can give directly the details. Please take 1 or 2 minutes time and type in the chat window or give me the details. So the recording will be shared by end of day or by end of tomorrow, along with the PPT presentation what we have seen in the session. So if it is through Shrestha, you will be getting those things from the Shrestha. If you are through me, so I think I already have your email address. If not, you have my details. You can WhatsApp me your email address. I'll be mailing you the content. Okay, I hope everyone. So I got a few more questions. So, are you planning for evening batches? Sorry, Harsha. So usually I don't plan multiple batches, so it will be only one batch at a time, and that is only morning. That is feasible for me. If I can plan evening, in the IT industry, right? So only the login time is in our hands, logout time is not in our hands. So I'm not sure I can properly justify that time or not. So I don't want to take any false commitments or anything. So that's why this is feasible for me, and I can give my 100% for this timing. So that's why I usually take only this batch. Hope it's clear. Okay, I think all good. So wish you all the best, guys, and please feel free to reach out to Shrestha or me in case of you any queries or anything. Don't hesitate to ask anything. Okay, let's see you in the live sessions very soon. I'll try to start the course as soon as possible before the tentative. So Karishma, your details are not entered. Yeah, if you have already pinged in the chat window, I will extract that later. Not an issue. Okay, see you in the live session very soon. Thank you for attending the demo, and please do refer to me if you are directly to me or through Shrestha if you have any references. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a good day and happy weekend.